I remember a long time ago I met this girl from Belarus. I was a canoe instructor in Georgia, and she was a cook for the camp that we were working at. And she also really liked to draw. And this was during the time span in which I had kind of given up on making art for a little while. I know it sounds strange to hear that. It's like 19. It's like, yeah. And I had been making art for so long, and I was like, I need to change this because, like, I'm depressed and I can't seem to get past that. I was like, maybe it's just that I'm not open enough. So I pick up a bass guitar and I think I'm going to learn how to do that. And of course, naturally, like, I don't know how to play bass. So I kind of struggle with that for a couple of years. And I come back to painting at one point in time because I needed something that felt like home and that felt like so good to go home. So, anyways, this girl tells me if you want to do something, you just have to do it. The best way to start doing something is to start doing it. And it took me a couple of years to really understand that because, one, she had a very thick accent. Two, I don't think I was in a good place to hear it right then. And I think a lot of times with painting and artists, we get good advice, but we're not always in the right place to hear it. So in that, this may make sense to you later more than it does now. I, in my life, have felt many occasions when my work was not good enough. And that's why I started saying, eventually, my left arm is imaginary, because I could take all that self-doubt and kind of kicking myself and put it into this fictional sentence. And if I said that enough, then I could put all that doubt in that left arm, and then the left arm wasn't even actually there. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's a weird mantra, but it works. I don't know, man. I think I think we're oftentimes at a war with ourselves because we think we're doing something really well, and then we run across something that kind of bums us out a little bit, and then we get a compliment from an unexpected source, and then suddenly we feel rejuvenated, but then we start to wonder, is that all that I am? Am I that compliment? Or am I so easily shaken that something giving me a compliment suddenly changes my outlook on all the things that I was already doing? Because I was just doing it. There wasn't any motive behind it or any outside kind of inspiration and interpretation of what I was doing, but just that I was making it and being a part of it. And then you just start foaming from the mouth like one of those science fair volcano experiments with the baking soda and the vinegar. You know, blah, blah, blah. It's just crazy. I think we pull so much out of ourselves that we oftentimes get stuck in ourselves rooting around looking for things. And then everything just seems to just go crazy for like a good solid year or several years. I remember being completely blocked and feeling like I was going insane. And it wasn't that I couldn't make anything, it's that I couldn't make anything that I thought was good enough. So I would start. My process is a lot different than it is now, and I stopped doing that process simply because I got stuck, and I never want to get that again. And that was, I draw things out first on a small pad, and then very detailed, and then I would go to a canvas and just throw it all on said canvas and just go from there. But the problem was, you just go crazy looking at those little sketches going, I don't think this is going to be good big. And you can't do that. You have to have the sense to just go, if I make it and I don't love it, I'll come back to it. And maybe it'll make sense then. It's like that advice, like good things given to you that take time to fully manifest. Art is a perception.